Who pays for a probate bond? Can I get my money back? Hey there, my name is Ron Payne. I'm the CEO and managing partner here at Payne Law in Kernersville, North Carolina, where we help do probate, estate planning, and family law throughout North Carolina with a focus on Forsyth and Guilford counties, of course. So a question that we get a lot when working with our executors is, if they have to pay a bond, well, is that an expense of the estate? How much is this going to cost? And so we've already done a video about when is a bond required, but now I want to answer the questions of how much is this going to cost, and can I get my money back, and who has to pay for it? So at the beginning, you, the executor, would need to pay for the bond, and that is to ensure your personal performance. You are ensuring that you will execute faithfully the duties of executor or administrator of the estate, and it's there to serve as an insurance policy in case you decide to run off with the assets, which of course I know you wouldn't do, but a lot of lawyers would be out of jobs if it never happened. So there you go. But if you have to do it, and I'm not going to run off with everything, and I'm going to do it right, why do I have to pay? Well, we'll get to that. You can probably get your money back, and that's the good news. But before we get to that, how much is it? So a bond is based on the personal property in the estate. And if you look at the statutes, it's going to say it costs 125% of the estate, maybe a little bit less depending on the size of the estate. And if you're a personal surety, then it's actually double the amount of the estate, and you have to own land in North Carolina and a few other things. But most people use a bond company, which is a corporate surety, to insure you. And so that the amount is 125%. So if there's $100,000 in assets, then the bond would be $125,000. Now, you don't pay $125,000, you have to obtain a bond, an insurance policy, if you will, in that amount. And so, for that amount, you're looking at anywhere from, $500 to $1,000, and it goes up. It's, based on the percentage of the estate. And as you get a bigger estate, that percentage comes down a little bit. Generally speaking, if you've ever had like an umbrella policy for your house, you know that getting the insurance policy created costs a certain amount. But if you want to bump your policy, say, from $500,000 in umbrella coverage to $600,000 umbrella coverage, the cost doesn't go up $100,000, right? So you're looking, generally, bonds are going to be between $500 and $1,000 for most estates, but they could be as high as $1,000 or $2,000. And of course, if you've got a large estate, you could be looking at $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. The largest that we typically see is, around $1,000 for most estates, again, just based on size. It also depends on your credit rating. So if you've got good credit and they deem you to be less of a risk, then they're going to be more likely, after reviewing your credit and your insurance profiles, give you a lower or a better rate on the bond. Of course, if you've got poor credit, that means that your rate might be a little bit higher. And if you have really poor credit, they might not insure you at all, but there are procedures in place for also handling that. We'll do that on another video. So I know I've got to pay it, and I have to pay it before I can even open the estate. So I'm having to front this money to do what's going to be a difficult job. Can I get my money back? The good news is, generally speaking, yes, you can get a pro rata refund of your bond, and pro rata means if there's no claims, you're going to get more. If you have claims against you, then it's going to be based on the amount left in the bond. So what you do is you say, hey, we finished up the estate. You call the surety company and say, hey, we finished up. If we finish up, what's the refund going to be? And they would let you know. And then, basically getting confirmation there's been no claims from the surety's office. You turn that into the North Carolina Clerk of Court with your final accounting to get it approved, and the Clerk of Court can approve a distribution to you out of the funds at the end, much like the commission of the executor, a pro rata refund of the bond based on what the surety informs them has been or has not been claimed. So, yes, you can get your money back. So if you have to front $500, there's a good chance if you do your job, you're going to be able to get most, if not all of that back. One great way to make sure that you do get your money back so that you don't take any inadvertent missteps is to work with a good North Carolina probate and estate planning attorney. The team here at Payne Law focuses on helping families navigate life's important decisions, and we want to help you miss any inadvertent mistakes, because frequently what we see is not folks being inappropriate with the estate's money. They're not trying to be malicious. They're not trying to run off with it. They just didn't realize you couldn't, well, they've got a checkbook. Can't they just write the check? They're the executor. legally, yes, you can write the check, but there's an order in state law that says this is the order expenses have to be paid. This is the order in which checks get cut. And if you use the funds in the estate to pay a bill that you shouldn't have paid, and it means somebody else doesn't get their money, then you could be on the hook for that. Well, you were paying their bills. How was I supposed to know? The team here at Apple Payne Law can help you avoid making those missteps, save you money, save you time, and make sure that the most possible amount of the estate goes to the heirs and that you only pay valid claims. So if you'd like to learn more about how the team at Apple Payne Law can help you out, reach out to us on the web at applepaynelaw.com. Give us a call at 336-281-6928, or you can just check out more helpful and friendly tips here on YouTube. I hope this has been helpful. Again, reach out to us if you have any questions. And until next time, stay safe and have a great day.